Now, we welcome you all to our YouTube channel. This is Ensemble Lyre. I'm Michelle, and you'll see the other members in the boxes that are on your screen here. We have Grace and Emily and Rachel. They'll all introduce themselves during the program at the appropriate time. But we wanted to welcome you all to share with us a program that we thought was absolutely necessary. And especially as we sort of come out of the fog that has been this past year, looking for a bright horizon, looking for something to look forward to. And certainly for us as musicians, making music together is central to our experience of life, really. So we wanted to share with you a program, Songs of Hope and Resilience, which we've all felt we needed in great amount this year. So we'll be sharing with you some songs that we've each kind of selected, and we'll discuss. We'll share with you a little bit of our experience in choosing the repertoire for this concert. It's a very different concert experience. For you as audience members, you may have been able to experience some virtual concerts. Fortunately, a lot of groups have been doing this, and it's a wonderful way to stay connected to music, to stay connected to your favorite groups and ensembles out there. And so we're really glad that you're joining us in this experience. But I have to say, as a performer, it's been very strange that 20 minutes ago, I was taking out the trash. So, and here I am sitting with you all now. Normally, before a concert, I would be in the green room. I would be kind of going through the music in my head and preparing and doing some vocal warm-ups. But here we've had the opportunity to do all of the preparation of the music beforehand. And now in a recorded format, we're going to share that music with you. And we hope that you really enjoy it. Please, absolutely, if you have any thoughts or questions that you'd like to share with us throughout the program, we invite you to type those into the comments in our YouTube channel, and we will, as quickly as we can at the end of the program, talk about those. But we're going to be making note of those throughout the program. So please feel free. This is an opportunity that we don't normally get to have with our audiences in the same way when we have a live performance. So we're going to really embrace it in this moment, in this opportunity. So we'll begin our program with a song called Bright Morning Stars. It's a Kentucky folk song, and you may be familiar with it. And it's got some really beautiful tight harmonies, and the words are just, you can't help but feel a surge of hope when you hear this song. And it does talk about family as well. And of course, family has been such it's been a hard year for so many, because whether or not you've been able to include certain members of your family in your bubble, or if you've had to do a lot of zooming across the miles, as many of us have, we hope that you will feel closer to your family wherever they are right now as you experience this song, Bright Morning Stars. I'll just say one more quick thing, and that is, we wanted to bring another option of hope to not only our own experience of music making, but we also wanted to support a group that is doing a lot of good work in their communities, and it's nationwide. And that is Together Rising. You'll see we're wearing some orange and some yellow. Those are their colors, and we wanted to really support them because their efforts they're so broad and so vast, and yet they touch so many individuals. And that's what we really thought was really important about this group, that they saw their purpose was to reach as many individuals as they could in their work. So we want to support them. And if you can give a donation today, by the end of the program, or even later as you're kind of mulling over or having some of those songs stick in your head, think, I can do something about this. I can go and help somebody. So here we are. We're going to share with you Bright Morning Stars, and we hope you enjoy our program. Songs of Hope and Resilience.
Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? They are in the valley praying. Day is breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear mothers? Oh, where are our dear mothers? They are gone to heaven, shouting, shouting. Day is breaking in my soul. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is breaking in my soul.
So I had to include Don't Get Around Much Anymore, since I would say most of us haven't gotten out much the last year. This Duke Ellington song from 1940 was made popular by Sammy Fain's lyrics, which more specifically spoke about a jilted lover who would rather stay home than go out and be reminded of happier times at night spots and dance clubs. So I thought it was fitting because it's very relevant to our quarantine life. And it's also just a fun song to think about, staying home. You can have fun doing that too. Game nights and time with family. So this is Duke Ellington's Don't Get Around Much Anymore.
The next piece, If I, is the fourth and final piece in Laurie Laitman's song cycle, the Four Dickinson songs, which she wrote for her father's 80th birthday back in 1996. I chose this piece. First of all, I had actually chosen this piece to perform on a different concert, a concert that we were supposed to do 3 weeks after what happened, the lockdown happened. And so I never got to sing it, and I was really disappointed because I was really looking forward to it. But I chose this piece for this particular performance because I really felt that the text also applied to hope and resilience. And this text conveys the thought of how one person can make a difference in the world or in another's life, from either easing another's pain or to the simple act of helping a small creature back into its home. And no thing that we do, no small act, whether, even if we're not able to see, as in the past years, see and be with the people that we know and love, there's a lot of hope in knowing that there's nothing too small that we do, even if it's unknown to someone else, is too small. And so that's why I chose this piece.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life been aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting running unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. I shall not live in vain. I shall not live in vain. Or help one fainting running unto his nest again. I shall not live in vain. I shall not live in vain. I shall not
So I wanted to say just a few words about the charity that we are hoping to sponsor from the proceeds from this concert. Together Rising was founded by Glennon Doyle. You might know her as the author of Untamed. She's also written a book called Love Warrior, but she's also an activist. And most recently, this organization, which connects the needs of individuals with the organizations in those communities that can meet those needs. Recently, they have helped the reunification process of immigrant families through projects such as Safe Passage, the Young Center for Immigrant Children's Rights, Immigrant Defenders, Justice in Motion, among many others. They've also provided PPE for healthcare workers in Native American areas, specifically Navajo nurses. They've provided PPE for people in Nepal. They sent 449 oxygen concentrators to India and just recently sent $100,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. We like this organization because of the breadth of its work, and also because 100% of what they receive goes directly to the needs of the people that reach out to them. They do not use donations for administrative costs unless that's specifically requested by a donor. So I think there's a link up for Together Rising if you'd like to contribute. Obviously, any amount is helpful. And just like Rachel's song suggested, none of us certainly live alone, and we certainly don't live in vain, especially if we reach out to others and help. So if you can give, we encourage you to.
So the next song is a song that I kind of stumbled across. I am not very familiar with Flora and the Red Menace, but it is an interesting piece. And if you ever have a chance to go and listen, there are some real gems among the score. But it was headlined by the great Liza Minnelli when it came out in 1965 on Broadway. And she is a character, Flora, and she's a fashion designer, and she's looking for work in the Great Depression. It's a horrible time to be doing any of that. So 1935, and she's trying to make it as an artist. And she tries a number of different places, and they just all say, we don't need you right now. And so we've got the Depression as a backdrop. We've got a starving artist in the forefront, and we've also got the rising of the communist kind of wave in America. And so with all of this kind of political hubbub we've got going on, I think you have one very strong female character, and I'm always drawn, and this whole group is kind of always drawn to a strong female lead in any story, in any song that we're choosing, in any representation that we're choosing. And so I was immediately drawn to her character and to the words that she sang. The words are really, really interesting. And as soon as I heard them and I read them, I said, gosh, doesn't this just resonate with the experience that we've had? Because it's almost like no matter what you go through, if you can just find a way to sing yourself into a happy place, then no matter what's going on in the world around you, you can kind of get through it all. And so you see Flora imploring her audience, please give me a happy song, no matter what it is. I don't care, just sing something happy, because I've had plenty of not happy to deal with. And I definitely felt like this had some place in my own life to share. So I hope you enjoy this really interesting and fun gem of a piece, Sing Happy from Flora and the Red Menace.
Sing me a happy song about robins in spring. Sing me a happy song with a happy ending. Some cheer
Oh, it's it's hard. It's a little hard to shift from that into this next song, which has a similar message but takes a very different approach. Our next song is Hope by Jason Robert Brown. And I first learned this piece when a great friend and colleague, Tim Steele, asked if I would sing it at a church service. And I instantly fell in love with it, and also simultaneously had a really hard time getting through the song. It came to me at a time where I was sort of in the middle of what is a personal grief season for me in December of 2019. And of course, little did any of us know then that we would be entering into over a year of a global pandemic. And so this has been a song that really just sort of got inside me and has stayed in there throughout this last year. And Jason Robert Brown actually wrote it the day after the election in 2016 to include on his album How We React and How We Recover. And this is the opening song on the album and was really meant to set the tone for the entire thing. And here's a little something that he said about this song, Hope. It's about having hope when you have no reason to be hopeful, trying to capture the positive energy of life in bad times. I still have a tough time performing it as it's a very difficult or a very direct expression of a very difficult emotional moment. Ultimately, the album is about, as the song Hope itself says, being a force of good in spite of everything ridiculous and sad. And so my hope is that this will serve as a reminder, even though the world is opening back up, the fear has not completely disappeared. We're all still dealing with a huge mix of emotions, mixed feelings, of course, joy that we're able to be seeing each other. But it's going to take a while for us to fully sort of re-enter into the world. And so I hope this serves as a reminder that even when it feels like it's not there, hope really is and will always prevail. So please enjoy this performance of Jason Robert Brown's Hope.
To sing a song about hope. I'm not inspired much right now, but even so, I came out here to sing a song, so here I go. I guess I think that if I stand here long enough, one might appear. And look, it's here. One verse is done, the work's begun. I come to sing a song about hope, in spite of everything ridiculous and sad. so we sing a song about hope. Oh, I can guarantee there's something real behind it. I have to try to show my family I can find it. And so today, when life is crazy and impossible to bear, it must be there. Fear never wins. That's what I hope. See, I said hope. The work begins.
All right. Well, we are just about at the end of our program here. I have not seen any questions come through on YouTube yet. So if you do have any burning ones that you're dying to ask, please feel free to throw them in the chat. Now is the time, and we'll be sure to answer them. If not, that's also completely okay. It's been wonderful just seeing your hellos coming through. So thank you so much again to everyone who's here with us live. Well, of course, we wish we could be together in real life, in real time, in the concert hall. We will look forward to that happening very soon in the future. And I just wanted to take a moment to say some thank yous before we play our last song here. First of all, to our great friend and supporter and tech whiz who saved us during this process, Holly Haas. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for us now and always. It was truly wonderful for us to be back in the beautiful Shirley Meeting House. So thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone at the Meeting House, the Shirley Cultural Council and the Massachusetts Cultural Council who helped to sponsor this concert and make it possible for us to present this today. Thank you also to the New School of Music who opened its doors to us for a safe rehearsal. We were so glad to be back there as well. We were commenting that none of us had been there since right before everything shut down. We had one final rehearsal in hopes that maybe our concerts would still happen. So it was a little emotional to be back in those doors, but thank you, thank you. Thank you again to everyone watching and for supporting us through this entire last year of virtual events. It really does mean a lot to us. So please enjoy our final song, How Can I Keep From Singing, which, how can we? Nothing's gonna stop us. So here we go.
I hear the
So we did have one question come through, come through our YouTube chat. Melanie Blake was saying she can't wait to be back with us in person, and she asked if we have any idea when that will be. No, is the short answer to that right now. We are gonna sort of take a portion of the summer to regroup a little bit and come up with a plan for next year and sort of see what guidelines are telling us, what venues are offering, what our comfort level is with everything, and sort of figure things out as we go along. I think, you know, as a lot of us have seen, it's been difficult to truly plan during this time because things are constantly changing at a rapid pace. But, you know, again, our hope is that sometime next season, for sure, we will be able to be back together, whether that's in the fall or if we're looking more towards spring of 2022. But we will absolutely keep you updated through our email list. So if you are, and on our website and Facebook and everything. So if you aren't following us, please look us up on Facebook, find our website and subscribe to our mailing list. If you're not already on it, that'll be the best way to stay up to date with all things Ensemble Virey. Now, let me just check one more time before we sort of officially close this to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think so. So I will just say thank you again for tuning in. It's been great to just see your names coming up in the chat, and thank you for all of your support again through this really, really tough year. It's been great to stay connected. We've definitely continued to feel the love from all of you, even though we can't be together. And we look forward to the day where music can be shared in the room and we can chat with you all at a post-concert reception over food. And in the meantime, continue to stay safe and healthy, enjoy the summer, the beautiful weather, and we will be in touch very soon. So thank you so much again for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day.